just share with you some of the serious concerns that we have in the community regarding nutrition. The statistics are showing that most of our children today are vitamin and mineral deficient. And that is something that, as a Detroiter, as an educator, as a community activist, I'm not willing to tolerate. I'm willing to do something about it and join with other people in the community to do that. Dr. Berlanda and I have teamed up, and we're asking for others of you who would like to join the movement. We've discovered an organization, a business, called VEMMA, and we have a little display in the other room. But VEMMA International is very impressive to me because they've come up with a nutritional supplement in the form of a juice, and it is tasty. We have a bottle here that people can sample if any of you are curious about that. 2 ounces delivers enough nutritionals for the day, both vitamin and minerals. The same formula is presented in a child's version, but with additional supports for the child's mental development and for growth. Now, the research is in that our children are suffering from diseases that used to be reserved for people over 50. In fact, there's a fairly well-documented research that shows that ADHD has a lot of similarity to Alzheimer's. And when I heard that, I was like, oh no. But when you look at the description of some of the things that those children suffer, it's very similar to what our parents and grandparents suffer. So what we want to present to you and encourage you to do is look at VEMMA website, which is, well, my website, razia.vemma.com. I have a little cards on the table with that to look at the fact that there's a national movement and international, but right now the focus is on Metro Detroit, and we are asking that we get to be like 3,000 strong so that we can qualify for matching nutritionals. People know that Detroit suffers because of our automotive industries and the different things that have happened here. So many of our children are not getting the type of nutrition they need to sustain their lives, sustain their mental health, sustain their ability to focus in school. Grade points are down, energy is down. I participated in Noel night. There was a big party there, but I got in on the last hour and a half, and I saw these children from Cass Tech briskly walking up Warren in the band, and I was pleased to see that energy. I got into Plymouth Congregational Church, and young people were in dance troupe, and they had performed at different places during the day. I saw 2 girls gripping their sides in pain. And one young lady was trying to do her performance, and she couldn't lift her arm. She couldn't move her arm like the rest of the girls. And to me, that meant that that young woman was determined to do her best in the performance, but she didn't have the nutritionals that she needed to perform. And the young people in the room, I know that you know what competitive sports are like, what it's like to be out there, you know, in the exercise arena and not be able to lift your leg or to do the things or to be very, very tired. My daughter 3 years ago said, "Mom, I was at Renaissance and there was an ROTC group there, and 2 of the ROTC kids fainted because they were at attention like this for an extended period of time, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, And I could go on and on, Detroit, but I just want us to take it seriously when people tell you that we have to do something about children's nutrition. We're focusing on age 2 to 12. That's the group that the researchers, the doctors are saying that we have hope. Now, they care about us, you know, but I discovered healthy eating after I had a health challenge, you know, after something went wrong. And many of the adults in the room will say, well, I was just going along business as usual until my blood pressure went up, until I got diagnosed with diabetes. Our children don't have to suffer that if we would wake up and guide them toward better nutrition. So we're looking at getting people involved in this. My dream is to have a children's health luncheon. And I'd like to see that happen before the end of February. So I'm going to be asking those of you in here and others who work with various agencies, because one of the things with this VEMMA company is we're going to need to identify those children that need the vitamins. And that's going to be done through being in contact with those volunteers, those of you who work with community outreach. And so I'd love to meet you. I know you're out there because you wouldn't be here if you weren't concerned. And some of you have a little bit more energy or more time than others. If you know someone, last week I called 3 grandmothers and asked them if they would, you know, get involved with this. Those of you who are having sleep problems, the company has a wonderful sleep aid called PM, and it's available. Is there anyone in here who is having some problems sleeping through the night, you know, not getting 3 to 5 hours straight? We have a couple of samples we'd like to leave with you. This is a state-of-the-art nutritional, and it says rest, restore, replenish. So while you are sleeping, you're getting all rejuvenated and supported for the next day's work or the next day's activity. I just want to say I am very, very pleased to discover this resource being available to us in the United States. This company is in many different countries, but we just heard about it about 6 months ago. So it's new to us. And I'd invite you to look at this and do your research. And I know that if you've been talking with your neighbors, talking with your community, you know that I'm not lying when I say that we need to be more concerned about our children's health. Our children are beautiful. We have brilliant minds, but a mind cannot function without proper nutrition. You're dulled out, you don't feel well, and we can't expect an A from someone who is not eating or getting the nutritional needs. One of my favorite books I discovered about 15 years ago, and it was called Eating for an A. And that was the first time I was exposed to how important nutrition is in helping in a child's performance. So thank you for your time. If any of you are interested in sampling, we brought some samples too. And you can get a chance to taste the juice. When I present the nutritional supplement for children, I give it to the parents so that they can taste it and see if it's okay and then hand it to the child. And the child trusts us. So they like to see if it's okay for mama or daddy, then maybe I'll try it. So thank you very much.